The main character is a very lucky person, because he has two stepsisters that love him too much. Also, the stepsisters were very popular at school, and because of that, the boys are very jealous of the main character living the dream. This stepsister is named Yuna, and she was very clingy towards the main character. However, she was a very shy type of person around others. Meanwhile, the other stepsister named Nina was very sporty and friendly. So, her social skill is max level. When the main character was little, he lost both of his parents. Then the main character was adopted by the blonde family. At this moment, they were all now legal age, so there is nothing to worry about anymore. He has some special feelings for his childhood friends that turned into a stepsister. However, he was contented in his current lifestyle. Therefore, he will not help any stepsister that is stuck in the washing machine. One day after class, he discovered the legendary haircut man confessing to Yuna. We all know that sussy stuff will always happen when that kind of man appears. However, Yuna rejected the legendary haircut man, because she was in love with a guy from a different school. The main character heard that conversation, so he felt somehow upset that she was in love with someone else, and not him. Later that day, the main character was knocking on Yuna's door. Then he opened her room door, and saw her exposing the massive assets. She did not cancel the main character, and she was just fine with him seeing her hidden treasure. He wanted to ask her about her dinner request, because stepmom won't be around for dinner. Suddenly, the main character accidentally got knocked down by a featherweight division pillow. He was turned a bit unconscious, and when he woke up, he was now having a lap pillow. Anyways, their supposedly conversation for dinner discussion was changed topic to romance, and she will make the main character guess the guy she loves. She told him that it was a guy she meets daily face to face. The main character was having trouble guessing, because she said a while ago that it was from a different school. Then her facial expression changed, because she was expecting the main character to read a woman's mind. The main character is not a mind reader, so she has no choice but to use the direct description. After that, she aggressively gave him a lips to lips. She has no plan on telling the main character about her feelings, because she doesn't want the main character to hate her. The main character was now about to say his feelings. However, she stopped him, because the call of culture must be answered first. A woman was inviting a man to her room, so, it was a green signal. Then she gave the main character a freedom pass to do anything he wanted. Therefore, the main character immediately played with the bouncy watermelons, and he was feeding on them. After that, she decided to give him a special service. Yuna performed the Gulp Gulp 3000, and she learned that special skill from the educational material hidden under the main character's bed. The Book of Wisdom has a lot of techniques, so she was able to perform a Gulp Gulp 3000 with a melon combo. The cultural technique was wholesome, because it came from a special person. Therefore, the main character cannot hold back his emotion from exploding with color white. After that, she wanted to level up their gameplay, and she wanted to offer the main character the first blood. Then she ride on the Iron Pegasus, and it was a mission success. The cultural ritual started, so she was spraying the crystal clear water. The main character cannot stop himself from clapping, because his cultural instinct was telling him to be an alpha male. She was happy with his reasoning, so she became more motivated on their wholesome exercise. After a while, the main character gave her a creamy vanilla milkshake. Meanwhile, Nina discovered the clapping exercise, and she found out that it was for the sake of having a healthy heart. Therefore, in the next scenario will be some Nina screen time. Nina was a smart and athletic woman that treats the main character like a family. However, there would be changes today, because she wanted the main character to fulfill his duty as a helpful stepbrother.
Nice.
The main character was forced to do anything she wanted, because a while ago, he accidentally walked in while she was changing her swimming wear. He thought that she would give him a mission with a medium difficulty level, but it turns out, she was giving him a hard time, because she was ordering him to handle her melons with care. The main character have no choice but to obey, or she will cancel his reputation. He don't want the cancel culture, so he serve her like a queen, and he was having his feeding frenzy in her sacred sanctuary. After that, she invited the main character to come inside her house. So, the main character did not hesitate to become her first visitor. Then they performed the clapping exercises for a healthier heart. However, the main character was doubting his plot armor protection, so he used the outdoor release mode. She wanted the same treatment like Yuna. However, the main character was coward to deposit his balance inside her bank account. Anyways, let's have a backstory. Nina loves the main character since they were still childhood friends, however, it was too late when she realized her feelings. So, in the present timeline, she was now distancing herself from the main character. Nina went inside the shower, and she was not wearing her eyeglasses. Therefore, she thought that the main character was Yuna. She started a conversation, and the main character was the main topic. However, she realized that it was a one-sided conversation, so she get closer, and found out that it was actually the main character. Then the cliché slippery accident happened, and their distance become physically closer. Meanwhile, Yuna was outside, and she was not allowed to enter the private space, because Nina was literally letting the main character enter her personal space. In addition, Nina was creating some original background music. Then the main character have no hesitations today, so he was able to give her a creamy vanilla milkshake. After that, she wanted to give the main character a unique experience that he have not yet tried before. So, she offered the unholy wrong tunnel, and the main character ventured inside that dangerously narrow territory, and it made her very happy. Then they were doing the wrong way ritual, and she was enjoying that kind of culture. She also confessed her love towards the main character, and she unlocked the vanilla genre. After that, she asked the main character to leave immediately, to avoid getting caught by Yuna. Then Yuna saw the main character exiting the space. However, Nina was a big brain person, so she made up an excuse that the main character was actually waiting outside. Anyways, Yuna was initiating her bonding time with the main character. Nina realized that being a side character in the story is not her goal. So, she boldly declared a rivalry between her sister. Then the ladies were fighting for the main character, and the stepmom wanted to join too. In the next scenario, it was a hot spring event. Then the stepmother came to accompany the main character. The stepsisters were sleeping, so the stepmother took this opportunity to have some bonding time with the main character. Then she was taking the main character's personal space, and his aggressive creature cannot handle that situation. Therefore, he decided to execute his exit. However, she denied his escape by grabbing into the legendary sword, and she was professionally handling it with care. She knows that underarm cream was very expensive, so she wanted the main character to make some. Therefore, the main character was clapping the sour spot for production purposes. They have entered a high-level cultural activity, and it was normal to proceed to the standard clapping procedure. However, it was impossible, because the main character was overheated. One day, they are having a school festival, and as usual, the main character will receive some special treatment. Yuna was role-playing as a demon, and Nina was role-playing as an angel. So, they wanted the main character to choose. A while ago, their class was undecided on what kind of cafe they would settle, and it's either angel or demon cafe. Then their class representative noticed the clingy step-siblings. So, he uses his 200 IQ to make the decision. He wanted the main character to become the reward, and because of that, the two ladies became competitive. Yuna will represent the demon team, and Nina will represent the angel team. At the demon cafe, the ladies are wearing a very cultured outfit, and it can surely stimulate your neurons. However, I have no idea how this was allowed in the sacred place of learning. After that, the main character tried the angel cafe next. As usual, he got some special treatment. Many ladies were serving the main character with the cultured service. So, his two girlfriends were jealous. Then they took the main character to the infirmary to give him some punishment. Of course, his punishment will make him suffer from success. The two ladies were simultaneously giving the main character a helping hand. Then they asked him which one he would choose, an angel or a demon. He loves them both, so the main character cannot choose. Since the main character was undecided, the two ladies decided that they will have a competition on who can release the vanilla milkshake first. Then the blonde ladies shared the meat, and they were having an eating contest. The wholesome activity was too much for the main character's brain to handle, so he was not able to hold back his volcanic eruption with white lava explosion. The main character was able to hit two birds in one shot. Therefore, the ladies will still continue their contest. This time they wanted the main character to perform the clapping ritual. He chooses Nina this time as the first one to benefit from the power of his legendary sword. Then he also let Yuna have her turn next to experience his powerful rod of destruction. After that, they played a 3-player game, and the main character was dominating them with his weapon. The main character was a pro gamer, and he was able to defeat the two ladies at the same time with one explosion. Later that day, these two women became possessive, and they wanted the main character to stop talking to other girls, because the main character might share his forbidden milkshake. The main character has the best wife materials in his arms, so cheating would be a very dumb decision. Anyways, the stepmom also needs some attention. Therefore, in the next scenario, she was role-playing as a senior, and she was imposing her woman empowerment towards the main character by giving him a foot massage therapy. Then they also use rubbing friction on the cake for more neuron activation. The main character was overwhelmed in this situation. So, he has no choice but to perform his explosion. After that, she wanted to shower with the main character. However, the main character was always weak against the matured woman, so he was shut down on the spot.
弱いもう。
The next season, it was a summer event, and the main character was spending his summer time with the matured woman. She wanted him to compliment her swimsuit, then the main character honestly told her that it was very cultured. That was not the kind of compliment she wanted to hear, so she dragged the main character towards a private location. Then she started devouring the A5 Wagyu steak, and she was a very skilled eater. Meanwhile, she revealed to the main character that she was not wearing her lower equipment for an easier connection. So, they performed the 69,000 feeding contest, and both of them were using their maximum speed for an instant completion. After that, the main character wanted to proceed to the SCP, or also known as the standard clapping procedure. However, she wanted him to chill, because they booked a room for an overnight stay, and they can do their recreational activity later. In the next scenario, it was an autumn season, and stepmom was sleeping beside the main character. The main character tried to check the sleeping melons if they were safe. However, the melons were awakened from its slumber, and devoured the main character with maximum suffocation. Then she gave him a helping hand to activate his weapon, and ride on the Iron Pegasus using the unholy wrong spot. The main character uses his ultimate rod of destruction, because she was requesting for more damage effect. Finally, the main character deposited his vanilla milkshake in the wrong chamber. After that, it turns out that she was actually half asleep, so she doesn't remember most of their at-home exercises. Therefore, she wanted a part 2, and gained more wholesome core memories. One day, the main character got some stepmom bonding time again, because she has a very powerful appeal that always makes the main character standing straight anytime and anywhere. Suddenly, a pool staff told them that they were about to close, so she apologized and made up excuses. Then the main character suddenly uses his legendary sword, and that gave her a surprise. Luckily, NPC characters always ignore clappers. Anyways, she was mad with the main character, and she will only accept his apology if he will fully deposit his vanilla milkshake in her sacred sanctuary. The main character wanted to be forgiven, so he did his best to make it happen. One night, the main character spends time again with the matured woman. However, this time, the main character was not in the mood. It turns out he was bothered by her ring, because he feels like he was the NTR man. Her husband doesn't exist anymore in this world. So, there would be no problem. Then the main character removed the ring, and he was promoted from stepson to become a more family-oriented man. Of course, his stepsisters don't want to miss the fun, so they joined forces to share the luckiest man. That's the end of this cultural anime recap. This show is a vanilla-flavored harem, and the sauce is very creamy from too much neuron activation. However, consumption of the sauce is for culturally matured people only, and thank you for watching.